What's going on, swim fans? Welcome to an exciting day, day number 1 of the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan. This is the first final session for swimming, and we have 8 days of competition. This is so exciting. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Go ahead and let me know where you guys are joining us from. This is the pre-show, so we're about less than 30 minutes away from the start of the Olympic final for the swimming competition, and today we're going to preview what to expect. We have the men's 400 individual medley final. Then we have 2 heats of the women's 100 butterfly. That's 2 semifinals. We had the prelims in the morning. Actually, the prelims were in the evening, so we're 13 hours here in Eastern time behind Tokyo time. So we have prelims are happening in the evening and finals are in the morning. So right now it's an early day on Sunday in Tokyo, Japan. If you're watching this in the United States, it's actually the evening of Saturday, the 24th. So a lot of time confusion, but if you're here, you're in the right spot. After the women's 400, 100 butterfly, then we have the men's 400 meter freestyle. Then we have the women's 400 individual medley final. And then we've got the men's 100 meter breaststroke semifinal. We get to see Adam Peaty in there. And then we have the women's 4x100 meter freestyle relay. And the Australians are going to be really, really tough to beat. So let's go ahead and pull on the fans. Let's see where everyone's joining us from. Hello, Diane. Welcome. Welcome from South Korea. Australia. Now we're doing something awesome. Hello from Seattle. What's going on, Grace? We're going to go through event by event, and I'm going to show you guys the psych sheet, the heat sheet, and we're going to go ahead and look at that, and we'll do some race by race. But I'm really curious, your guys, what your opinion is on each of these different races. We're about 28 minutes away from the start of the competition. Hey, Lori from Pennsylvania. Hello from Colombia. Global community. I absolutely love it. By the way, we're doing some giveaways. So while you guys are letting me know where you're joining me from all over the world. Oh boy, they're coming in fast. What's up, Melissa from Costa Rica? Hello from Germany. What's going on, Kevin? Uruguay. Hey, Diego. Great to have you here. From Miami. Awesome. We have a very global community here. So while you guys are getting ready, get the popcorn out for this first final session, I want to talk about a giveaway that we're doing. So we gave away an Apple Watch yesterday. Today we're giving away a MySwimPro t-shirt. And so yesterday, all you had to do to enter to win an Apple Watch was let me know in the comments who you're most excited to see at the Olympics. Today, so let me go ahead and just share who won the who won the giveaway. And so let's see here. Who won the giveaway? There we go. So Kelsey, there she is. Kelsey's excited to see Katie Ledecky and Simone Manuel. And it was that easy. And she's now the winner of an Apple Watch. So if you guys want to participate in all of these giveaways that we're doing here on the channel and across all of our social media, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. And today, so we're giving away not an Apple Watch. We'll give away awesome prizes later on. But we are giving away a MySwimPro t-shirt. So the one that I'm wearing, as you can see it right here. If you want to be entered to win a MySwimPro t-shirt, all you have to do is let me know in the comments of the video what event you're most looking forward to. So you can do that in the live chat, and you can also do that in the comments. So I'd prefer you actually do it in the comments. That way it can stay on the video. So for all of us who are watching this after the fact and you're not watching the live chat. So yesterday we gave away an Apple Watch. I'm pointing the wrong way. Yesterday we gave away an Apple Watch. Today or tomorrow we're going to give away a MySwimPro t-shirt. All you have to do to enter to win is let me know in the comments what event you're most excited for. Susan's excited for the 100 freestyle. 100 butterfly, Joseph. What a great day to swim. I agree, Dali. It's always a great day to swim. 200 fly is going to be insane. Let me know what gender, too. So the men 200 fly or the woman 200 fly. You know, 2 different events. Chicken Curry, your username is hilarious. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. I want to get into the events, and we're going to recap everything. So let me go ahead and pull up the first event, which is the men's 400 IM. So here it is. Let me pull this up. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Who is going to win the 400 individual medley? You know, the big upset was Daisetto from Japan. He did not qualify for the final. I mean, it's got to be devastating when it's pretty much your best event. I watched him break the world record in the 400 IM short course at the ISL Championships in Las Vegas. So I know that this guy's capable of doing something, but it's unfortunate, you know, in the prelims, everyone just passed him at the end. And, you know, that's pretty tough when everyone passes you. He had 3 people on both sides of him just pass him on the last 50, the last 100 on the freestyle. So I don't know if it's just the pressure of the Olympic Games. You know, the Olympic Games will make and break people. So who do you guys think is going to win this event? Let me go ahead and pull your comments back on screen. Let me find out which one it is. All right, so let me know who you guys think is going to win. Jay Litherland. All right, okay. Okay, let me put that over here so you guys can see that. Cool. Okay, Kim, we got the 400 IM. Excellent. Hello from the Netherlands. Awesome. All right, so when we look at the times, the world record in this event is a 4:03.8 by Michael Phelps. I don't think anyone's going anywhere close to that. But right now, we're looking at who do we have in the field? Brendan Smith from Australia. He was 4:09.2 in the prelims. One thing that's interesting, a lot of people don't know, is in these events, you only swim the 400s twice. The 200 and 150s, you have to swim them 3 times because you have the prelims, the semifinal. You need Chase from Maryland. That's awesome. You have prelims, semifinal, and final of all the 100s and 200s. And so, yeah. Let's go USA. So the United States has 2 swimmers in this event. We've got Chase Kalish. He was a 4:09.6. He's been world champion. He has not performed recently. He was a little shaky at trials, but he did enough to qualify in this event and the 200 IM. So we'll see if he can pull it together. We got Jay Litherland and Chase Kalish from the United States in lane 1. We have the Frenchman and the Italian in lane 2 right next to him. The Australians are seeded number 1 and number 2. Wouldn't that be special if the Australians go 1-2 in this event? That would be really, really interesting. These comments are coming in so fast I can barely pick them. Watching from Brazil. Hey. Who do you think will win? Okay, maybe that's a good question here. I think this is Chase Kalish to lose. I think with the hometown favorite not in this event, I would have picked Daisetto coming into this, honestly. So the fact that he didn't even make the final is a little surprising for me. And he's had a lot of drama in the last 18 months. But I definitely think this is Chase Kalish to lose. He is the best swimmer in the field by best time, I believe, as well. And, you know, these Australians are going to push him. Would not be surprised. It would be very surprising if an Australian and an American do not medal in this event. Because you've got you have 4 out of the top 8, right? So the chances are very high that either the Australians or the Americans, one of them wins the event. Not only that, you know, multiple people should be getting a medal from either of these 2 countries. So, you know, everyone else in the field is pretty much battling to get a medal at this point. You know, I think it's very unlikely that one of these guys on the outside goes a 4:10 in the morning and drops a 4:06 or 4:07, which is what I think it's going to take to win this event. But I think it takes a 4:06, 4:07 to win. Kalish can do it, but it's going to be a battle, and we're going to have to see how it shakes out. Do you think Kalish will beat Phelps' time? No, I don't think so. Phelps is a 4:03.8. I don't think anyone goes anywhere close to that. I mean, that was back in Beijing. He destroyed everyone. Even the great Ryan Lochte was a 4:05.2, I believe, and he did that in 2012. If you remember, in 2012, Phelps was in that event, and he got 4th. Phelps didn't even make the podium in this event back in 2012, but we're going to see what happens. We're going to see how it shakes out. So I'm going to go ahead and put back on the order of events so you guys can see that. It's covering my face right now. But the next event is the women's 100 butterfly. So we're going to go ahead and put that up here. The women's 100 butterfly semifinal number 1. Now, the biggest upset surprise, whatever, is the fact that Sarah Hoystrom performed so well today in the in the prelims. I mean, who would have thought that you break your elbow and now she's in a position to go so fast? This is absolutely incredible. So let me know in the comments who you think is going to win or get the top time in the women's semifinal. There's two of them. So right now, if you look at the screen, world record 55:48 by Sarah Hoystrom. She's got a Swedish teammate in lane 3 in semifinal number 1. And if I overlay semifinal number 2, this is semifinal number 2. There you see in lane 5 is Sarah Hoystrom of Sweden. She was 56.18 in the prelims, and that's very impressive. I mean, if you look at the prior heat, you look at Tori Husk. Tori Husk was flying. She's a speed demon. I think she's going to be out first at the 50, and she was a 56.2 in the prelims. Kim says Sarah might just pull it off. I think that would be really special to see Sarah go so fast. It would be pretty crazy. All right, so yeah, it's gonna be wild. Fred thinks Tori is gonna take it away. Sarah is amazing. Watching her swim live besides my friend in Bergen Swim Festival. That's awesome. How do you say your name? Hakan? Where are you from? That's awesome. I'm rooting for Tori Husk from the United States. There we go. McKeon. Well, here, let's focus on the 100 fly right now. So when we're thinking about the 100 fly, right? So we've got Emma McKeon, 55.82. Okay, so do you guys see what I'm saying? Yeah, 55.82. I think we're going to see a world record go down in this event, either in the finals today or in the semifinal today or in the final tomorrow. I'd be really surprised, actually, if we don't see a world record. I think Sarah Hoystrom is going to make the podium. The question is, will she win this event? I don't know. Tori Husk looking really good. If she can hold it together between her and Emma McKeon from Australia, that's where the magic is going to happen. It's going to be very difficult for Hoystrom. Now we might just be kidding ourselves, and Sarah Hoystrom is just a monster, and she's going to destroy everyone. And she, the elbow thing didn't really make a difference. She's rested. Okay, here's a good question. How many swimmers will go under the world record? That would be special if more than one. So the world record is a 55.48. That was set in Brazil at the Rio Olympics. Hoystrom. Yeah, it would be very impressive to see more than one person. What do you guys think? I think between 1 and 3 ladies will go under the world record in this 100 fly. I think some of the events, some of the hundreds, we're just going to see a ton of people dip under barriers, world record marks. And the question becomes, like we have here from Grace, like how many people will actually dip under the world record? Here we go. I love how you pronounce their names correctly, not like the commentators. Yeah, so I actually looked up how you pronounce Sarah Hoystrom. You don't even say the S. People always say like Joystrom or something. I believe it's Hoystrom, or at least that's my best effort. Thought-provoking, yes. Always trying to be thought-provoking. Your predictions about News world record. So yeah, like I said, I think between 1 and 3 people will dip under the world record. Currently, it's a 55.48. Most likely, it's going to be like a 55.3. I think 55.3 is possible. I might be overly optimistic, and these ladies never go under the world record. But I can be optimistic because we're here broadcasting and having a good time. So, you know what? If we don't see a world record, oh well. But I would love to see a world record. Yeah, we'll talk about the relay at the end. But first, let's go ahead and get into the next event. So there's 2 semifinals of the 100 fly. I think we're on world record watch for that. Now let's go ahead and talk about the next event, which after what do we got? After the women's 100 fly semifinal, we have the men's 400 meter freestyle. Oh boy, this is going to be a good one. So right now we're looking at that semifinal number 2. Boom, there we go. This is the men's 400 meter freestyle. Now I want to call to attention a couple of things on this event. The world record in this event is a 340.07 by Paul Biederman from 2009. I don't think any of these guys are going close to that. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it was with the super suit. That was back in the day. And, you can't wear a polyurethane suit. And Paul Biederman dropped so much time. Guys, he broke the world record in this event by 0.01 from Ian Thorpe. And Ian Thorpe had the world record from like 10 years before, 5 years before, something like that. So what I'm trying to say here is any of these guys could drop a ton of time, but this event hasn't really seen that much improvement. Therefore, it's ripe for disruption. So because no one's really put up anything that impressive over the last 10 years, I mean, even Sun Yang, who is, the distance swimmer in 2012, he won a 340. He just missed the world record, right? And he was, distance superstar. He obviously tested positive for a few different things. So, you can discredit his times. But the fact that 3 people have been around 340, and these guys, fastest is this German fellow, 343.6. And he negative split it. I believe he was back very, very fast. We can go in and look at the results. But in the prelim, he looked really, really smooth. I really like the diversity in this heat. Let me know in the comments who you guys think is going to win this men's 400 free. Remember, this is the final. There's no semifinal. In the 400 IM and the 400 freestyle, you go straight from the prelim into the final. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Here's an educated guess. 342, Earhart. Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think a 342. I think if there's a race, if these guys are battling and they can really push each other, I think we see 341. I don't think we see 341 unless there's some kind of like an epic battle going on. But in the in the scope of what we're about to watch, I think a 342. Now the question becomes, well, who is it? So one thing I was talking about is diversity. I mean, just looking at the heat sheet here, or the psych sheet, you've got Jake Mitchell from the United States of America. So you've got 2 Americans in here. You've got an Australian. You have an Italian, a German, an Austrian who trains at the University of Michigan, like 50 miles from me, another Australian, and then someone from Tunisia. So it's very cool to see from all parts of the world, Europe, Northern Africa, United States, Australia, to see some competition in there. We are missing, an Asian friend. We're missing that. But, in some other events, we have some more diversity there. But it's really cool to see all these different athletes from all over the world, different training backgrounds, come together for this middle distance event. But it's going to be a really, really good race. Kevin thinks that Germany is going to take gold in this event. And, yeah, that's an educated guess. I would not be surprised if he drops a 341 in this. And he's swimming in the middle of the pool. And in the 400, a lot of these guys will breathe only on one side. So because it's a 400, unlike a 200, you can monitor where the other athletes are in the field if you're in the middle of the pool, even if you only breathe on one side. So that's a little bit different than the 200 because someone can sneak up on you a lot easier on either the third or the fourth 50. In the 400, everyone's going to know where everyone else is throughout the entire race. It's not as critical, and like the 100 is keeping your head down. These guys will peek around and they'll keep an eye on how fast the field is going. So it'll be really interesting to see. Do you think Smith has a shot at winning this? Yes, I definitely do. I was at the U.S. Olympic Trials in Omaha, Nebraska about a month ago, and to watch Kieran Smith, he's in lane 7. He looked really smooth in the 100 freestyle, the 200 freestyle, and the 400 freestyle. I think it would not be that much of a stretch to see him dropping even more time and having some kind of an out-of-body experience. He's on the outside lane, so people are discrediting him. They're probably not paying attention to him. And he could squeak in first Olympic team and just pull off something to shock the world. Do I think that's the most likely scenario? Probably not, but I don't think it's fair to discredit anyone in any of these Olympic finals. You know the expression they say, if you have a lane, you have a chance. Every lane, all 8 lanes are 50 meters in length. They have the same amount of water, same temperature, same diving block. Everyone has the opportunity to do something special. And in some of the events coming up, you'll see some of the favorites actually in the outside lanes because at the end of the day, the time doesn't even matter. What matters is who can put together the best race on the day and put their hand on the wall first. And they will be the Olympic gold medalists. Everything else is sort of irrelevant in terms of times and all these things. These are nice to have. We talk about world records. We talk about, medal count on countries and individual performances. But at the end of the day, this is the Olympic Games. And what matters is who puts their hand on the wall first, second, and third. Unfortunately, or fortunately, Nothing else really matters. Yes, we'd like to see a world record. Yes, we'd like to see all of that. Let's go ahead and look at some of the comments here. It starts at 9:30. So if you're in Eastern time, we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the Olympics. We have a couple more events to get through, and then we're going to go ahead and let you guys watch the race. By the way, we are doing a post-show. So after the Olympics are done, which is in about maybe 2 to 3 hours from now, we're going to be doing a live recap, race-by-race breakdown. We're going to be talking about what happened, the medal count, splits, and we're going to see who's setting themselves up well for the rest of the Olympics. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys back in about 3 hours. So don't go anywhere. We have a couple more events to go. We're about 9 minutes away from the start of the competition. Ryan from Morocco, love your stream, by the way. Right on, cool gamers. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the next event. I was just talking about outside people to keep an eye on. And I think the perfect example of that is Katinka Hosuh in the women's 400 individual medley. She is the world record holder in this event. She goes a 4:26.36. She's in lane 1. Now, when I was watching her prelim swim in this event, her breaststroke looked terrible. I've never seen her swim such poor breaststroke. So that could be one of two things. Either her breaststroke and her training just isn't on point, and that's all we got from her. And maybe, she only drops like a second. She goes through, 4:35, 4:34. She misses the podium. That would be upsetting. Or she didn't really try that hard. She did just enough to get herself in the final. I don't think that's the case because, it would have looked a little bit better than it did. Either way, she is 10 seconds faster than the time that she went this morning. So she doesn't even need to go a best time if she just goes anywhere close to her best time. Like within 3 or 4 seconds, she wins gold out of lane 1. The problem is, I don't know if she's going to do that. We've got the American Haley Flickener in lane 2, the Japanese Yui Ohashi. She's going to be in lane 3, crowd favorite. Emma Wyatt from the United States in lane 4. She's probably the best bet to win this event right now because she looks so smooth in the prelims. She's the number 1 seed. She's got momentum. Lane 4. She's going to see everyone all over the place. So it's going to be really, really good. Then we have a Great Britain, Spain, Hungary, Italian. We've got 2 Hungarians in this event. Very exciting. Remember, this is a timed final. There's no semifinal. Whoever ends up finishing first in this event is your gold medalist. And I really don't think it's fair to discredit Katinka Hosuh, who is the world record holder in this event. Her time is 4:26. None of these ladies are going to go anywhere close to that. So if Katinka can just go within 4 or 5 seconds of her best time, she wins this event. I think at the very least, she gets a medal out of lane 1. I would be very surprised if she doesn't medal. It would be very upsetting. The rest of her meet probably won't be very good, but we can't jump to conclusions just yet. We haven't seen a final session yet, so we're not going to know which of these athletes are going to perform and which are going to completely flop. We've seen it before where athletes flop in the beginning and then they pull it together later on in the competition. Not sure if that's going to be the case. Let's keep things moving. We have the men's 100 breaststroke, 2 semifinals. Now, the first semifinal, we're going to get to see Katinka. Katinka looked so good in the prelim. He went 57.8. Now, we know that Adam Peaty is obviously the favorite. He's the only man to ever go under 57. He owns like the top 10 fastest performances of all time in this event. He's an absolute machine. He has the world record in the 50 and the 100 breaststroke. He's not even good at short course, and he still has the world record in the short course 100 breaststroke. So we know he's the guy to beat. But Katinka, 57.8. None of these guys are even in consideration. That's so fast. It makes me feel old. Back in the day, like no one could go a 58. Kitajima went 58.9, and that was like mind-blowing. And here we have a dude going 56, which is ridiculous. Here's a good question. Ferris, are you in Tokyo? No, I'm not in Tokyo. I'm actually broadcasting this remote with you guys. So we will be there. He will review post-race. So we're gonna be doing a post-race recap at the end of the competition. So it's gonna be really good. Yeah, so we will not be broadcasting the actual race in 5 minutes. So We did another video on where you can watch it, but if you're in the United States, you can watch it on NBC and on TV and online through cable providers, Peacock. There's a lot of other providers, so make sure you go to a local provider in your country and actually watch the race, which starts in 5 minutes. The racing probably doesn't start in 5 minutes. They're probably going to do like a pre-show like this, and then they're going to actually get into the racing. So make sure you stick around until the very end, until things get going here. And let's go ahead and get into the second semifinal, where we're going to see Adam Peaty and Michael Andrew. This is going to be a great showdown because we have, obviously, Adam Peaty, who is the defending gold medalist, world record holder. He was 57.5. He's right in the middle of the pool. And this is something I'm very excited for because we're going to see Michael Andrew right next to him. Michael Andrew has a very explosive start. I think he's going to be beating Adam Peaty up until about 35 meters. Adam Peaty is going to do his thing. He's probably going to pass him. However, this is the first time we see Adam Peaty and Michael Andrew swim in the lanes next to each other, with Michael Andrew having gone the times that he's gone. I'm not sure if they swam in lanes next to each other in prior competitions, but it's going to be really good to watch how these guys feed off each other because this could be a preview of what we see tomorrow in the final. Remember, this is a semifinal. Are we going to see Michael Andrew drop a 57? I think there's a very good likelihood we see a 57 out of Michael Andrew. He's been known to go really fast in the semifinals and the prelims, so he's definitely capable of doing it, but it's going to be really, really good. Possible upset by Katinka. Yes, I totally agree. There could easily be an upset. He looked so good. He had so much early speed. If Adam Peaty doesn't know what to do when he's got Michael Andrew and Katinka in the lanes next to him and they're right with him because he's not used to that, and these guys have like an out-of-body experience, totally Katinka could make it happen. Susan's pulling for Michael Andrew. We have two Americans in the second semi, Andrew Wilson, and there's a lot of other studs here from Belarus, from Lithuania, Germany. We have a lot of other top contenders. And then the final event of this session is the women's 4x100 freestyle relay. The real question is, can anyone catch the Australians? If they all swim well, the Australians will absolutely destroy the field. It's going to be such a ridiculous event here. Like, no one's going to touch any of these Australians because they didn't even put their top swimmers in the prelims. Now, the United States might put Simone Manuel. They might put Katie Ledecky. But, guys, come on, let's get real here. At the Australian Olympic trials, they had 4 ladies go under 53. The Americans had 0. So when you look at the lane assignments between Canada, Australia, the Netherlands, Great Britain, and the United States, they're going to be battling for second place. Australia, I included them, but Australia should win this event, barring any disqualification or anything ridiculous that happens. I think everyone's racing for second. I think that's pretty realistic, but it's going to be a great, great showdown. Very excited for the day number 1 of the competition. We're about 2 minutes away. Get the popcorn out. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell. And I want to see you guys back here after the competition. We're going to do a post-show race-by-race analysis. It's going to be absolutely nuts, and I'm so excited to cover it with you guys. So make sure you guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, and I want to see you guys back in about 2 to 3 hours. I'm not sure exactly how long this session is, but we're going to get started here in about 1 minute. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with some shots of Tokyo, Japan from my last trip a couple of years ago. Enjoy it, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Take care. Happy swimming.